The Tekken series, a trailblazer in the realm of 3D fighting games, has been captivating fans with its dynamic characters, iconic stages, and seamless gameplay since its inception. It's a quintessential choice for enthusiasts of the fighting game genre. In games like this, the story sometimes isn't the main thing people look at. They're more into the action and how the game looks. But Tekken is different because it has a really interesting story that's been growing for almost 30 years. The main story in Tekken is about the Mishima family. They're a family with a lot of money and power, but they also have a bad curse that makes them keep fighting each other. Every time there's a new Tekken game, we learn more about why they fight so much. There are also other characters in the game, each with their own stories and adventures. We're going to talk about the main story of Tekken, focusing on the most important characters and what happens to them. Let's dive into the exciting and detailed world of Tekken. Before we share the insights of today's topic, please do us a good deed by liking and subscribing. It greatly helps us. Thank you. Tekken begins. In the shadow of the towering Mishima Zaibatsu, a tale of power, betrayal, and revenge unfolds. Heihachi Mishima, a master of martial arts, stood at the helm of this corporate empire. His life, intertwined with his childhood love, Kazumi, blossomed with the birth of their son, Kazuya, a symbol of their enduring love. However, tranquility shattered when Kazuya turned 5. A chilling revelation tore through the fabric of their seemingly idyllic life. Kazumi, possessed by demonic powers, lunged at Heihachi in a deadly dance of fate. The struggle was fierce, a whirlwind of desperation and betrayal. In the end, Heihachi, heart-wrenched with sorrow and disbelief, slew Kazumi. The loving husband was no more, replaced by a cold, ruthless tyrant. Haunted by fear and suspicion, Heihachi gazed upon Kazuya. Could this innocent child harbor the same cursed power? Determined to sever the potential threat, Heihachi did the unthinkable. In a moment marred by anguish and resolve, he cast Kazuya off a jagged cliff, a fall no child should survive. Yet fate had a different plan. Kazuya, fueled by the enigmatic devil gene inherited from his mother, defied death. The young boy's eyes opened anew, burning with an unquenchable fire for vengeance. He rose, his body and spirit hardened by the harsh decree of survival and the burning desire to confront his father. The Mishima saga, woven with the threads of power, family, and revenge, continued to unfold. Heihachi, now unchallenged, usurped control of the Zaibatsu from his father, Jinpachi, condemning him to a grim fate beneath their ancestral home. Meanwhile, Kazuya, his heart hardened and fists clenched, trained with a singular focus to dethrone his father and reclaim his destiny. In this world where power dictates the future, the clash between father and son was inevitable, a battle that would shake the very foundations of the Mishima legacy. Years cascaded like a relentless river, and within their flow, Heihachi Mishima transformed the Mishima Zaibatsu into a colossus straddling the world of military might. His name echoed across continents, not just as a titan of industry, but as a martial artist of unparalleled skill. Amidst this empire building, Heihachi's heart harbored a cold, calculating move. He adopted Li Shaolin, a Chinese orphan. This act, seemingly benevolent, was a chess piece played in a game of deep-seated spite against his son, Kazuya. As the world watched, Heihachi, ever the master of his destiny, unveiled a grand spectacle, the inaugural King of Iron Fist tournament. This was no mere contest of strength. It was a declaration, a challenge thrown to the world, and a testament to his own indomitable spirit. Warriors from distant lands, drawn by the lure of glory and a tantalizing prize, converged upon this grand arena. Among them, unbeknownst to many, lurked Kazuya, fueled by a vendetta that had simmered through the years. The tournament unfolded with the drama of ancient epics, each bout a story of ambition, skill, and resolve. Kazuya, a tempest of vengeance, blazed through the ranks, his eyes set on the ultimate confrontation. In a twist of fate, he faced Li, the brother of circumstance, not blood. The revelation of Heihachi's manipulative adoption shattered any semblance of loyalty in Li. Betrayal's bitter sting turned Li against Heihachi, aligning him with Kazuya. The final battle was a spectacle of raw power and emotion. Father and son, locked in a dance of destiny, each strike echoing years of pain, betrayal, and rage. In a climactic moment, Kazuya emerged victorious, his father defeated at his feet. With a poetic yet ruthless symmetry, Kazuya hurled Heihachi off the very cliff that had been his own crucible of survival years ago. In the wake of this seismic shift, Kazuya ascended to the throne of the Mishima Zaibatsu. The world, once under Heihachi's iron grip, now watched as a new era dawned, an era ruled by the son who had risen from the abyss to claim his birthright. The Mishima legacy, ever entwined with the fates of its scions, turned a new page, one inked in the shadows of power, revenge, and an unending quest for supremacy. Tekken 2, the evil takes over again. 2 years after the climactic events of the first King of Iron Fist tournament, the Mishima Zaibatsu, under Kazuya's reign, veered into a path darker than ever imagined. The once formidable empire, now tainted by corruption, mirrored the inner turmoil of Kazuya, who found himself increasingly ensnared by the malevolent whispers of the devil gene within. In the underbelly of this corporate behemoth, Kazuya's descent into darkness was marked by heinous acts, his latest venture into the illegal smuggling of endangered species and conducting grotesque experiments on them drew global condemnation. Jun Kazama, an agent championing animal rights, was dispatched with a singular mission: to bring Kazuya to justice. Meanwhile, the world believed Heihachi Mishima to have perished, but fate had a different script. Surviving his fall, Heihachi spent 2 years in seclusion, honing his skills, his mind singularly focused on revenge against his son. Sensing the tightening noose of the law and the lurking presence of his father, Kazuya, in a stroke of strategic genius, announced the second King of Iron Fist tournament. This grand event, with its promise of an even more lavish prize, drew fighters from across the globe, including those from the previous tournament, all oblivious to Kazuya's true intent. Amidst this tumult, Jun Kazama confronted Kazuya. In a twist of fate, she discovered an inexplicable ability to suppress the devil gene's influence. This connection sparked an unlikely attraction, culminating in a relationship that left Jun pregnant. As these personal dramas unfolded, the tournament reached its zenith. Heihachi, having battled his way to the finals, faced Kazuya in a titanic clash. Victory was Heihachi's, but it unleashed a cataclysmic event. Kazuya, defeated and unable to contain the devil gene, transformed into devil, a being of pure malevolence. The ensuing battle was apocalyptic, pitting father against a son, now fully consumed by demonic power. In a display of indomitable will, Heihachi triumphed over devil. Witnessing the monstrous entity his son had become, Heihachi made a harrowing decision. In a bid to end the Mishima curse, he cast Kazuya's unconscious form into the fiery maw of a volcano. As the dust settled on the tournament, Heihachi reclaimed the Mishima Zaibatsu, his grip on the empire restored. In a quiet corner of rural Japan, Jun Kazama gave birth to Jin, raising him alone, far from the shadow of the Mishima legacy. Unbeknownst to the world, the saga of the Mishima bloodline was far from over, with young Jin destined to be its next chapter. Tekken 3, a monster defeated, a monster created. 15 years after the tumultuous events of Tekken 2, the world witnessed the meteoric rise of Heihachi Mishima's influence. At the helm of the Mishima Zaibatsu, he forged the formidable Tekken Force, a paramilitary group that projected power across the globe. On the surface, Heihachi's endeavors in humanitarian missions painted a veneer of benevolence over the Zaibatsu. Yet, in the shadows, his relentless quest for ultimate power simmered, a quest to transcend humanity itself. In the serene mountains of Yakushima, Jun Kazama and her son Jin lived in peaceful seclusion. Jun, guarding the secrets of Jin's lineage, always reminded him to seek Heihachi, his grandfather, should calamity befall her. This maternal directive, woven with love and caution, lingered in Jin's heart. Meanwhile, Heihachi's insatiable thirst for power led to a chilling discovery. The Tekken Force, on a mission in Mexico, unwittingly awoke Ogre, an ancient, alien-like entity revered by the Aztecs as a god of combat. This awakening unleashed a wave of terror as Ogre, drawn to the essence of strong fighters, decimated various veterans of the Iron Fist tournaments. Tragedy struck when Ogre encountered Jun Kazama. Her disappearance, shrouded in mystery and dread, left Jin alone and adrift. Honoring his mother's last wish, Jin sought out Heihachi, who welcomed his grandson with open arms. Under Heihachi's tutelage, Jin mastered the Mishima fighting style and grew to admire the man he knew as his grandfather. In a strategic move, Heihachi announced the third king of the Iron Fist tournament, a lure for Ogre, and a test to find a warrior capable of defeating the ancient being. Jin, fueled by a desire for vengeance, entered the fray but was bested in the finals by the seasoned fighter, Paul Phoenix. Paul, triumphant over Ogre, departed, basking in his newfound fame, unaware of the true nature of his foe. Heihachi, seizing the moment, attempted to harness Ogre's powers, but the creature, far from defeated, absorbed Heihachi's strength, transforming into its true, monstrous form. In this dire moment, Jin, empowered by the devil gene inherited from Kazuya, confronted and defeated Ogre. The revelation of Jin's demonic power, mirroring that of his father and grandmother, spurred Heihachi into action. In a shocking turn, he shot Jin in the head, only to witness the devil gene's miraculous healing power. Jin, in a fit of rage, attacked Heihachi and fled into the night. Heihachi, now in possession of Ogre's DNA, plotted his next move with a singular, ominous goal: the elimination of Jin. The Mishima saga, ever entwined with the threads of power, revenge, and the supernatural, continued to weave its dark tapestry with the fate of the world hanging in the balance. Tekken 4: Sins of the Fathers. 2 years after the cataclysmic events of Tekken 3, Heihachi Mishima found himself at a scientific impasse. His research into Ogre's DNA, though groundbreaking, was insufficient for his ultimate goal of immortality. He realized that to achieve his ambition, he needed the devil gene, a power that eluded his grasp. This revelation intensified his hunt for Jin, the key to unlocking this elusive power. In the aftermath of Tekken 3, Jin, haunted by the betrayal of his grandfather, sought refuge in Brisbane. There, he renounced the Mishima fighting style, the very embodiment of his family's cursed legacy, and forged a new path in martial arts. His heart burned with a singular vow: revenge against Heihachi. During his relentless search for Jin, Heihachi stumbled upon a shocking truth: Kazuya was alive. After being cast into the volcano, Kazuya's remains were salvaged by G Corporation, a biotech giant. Through their advanced technology, Kazuya was not only revived, but also gained mastery over his devil gene, emerging more formidable than ever. Driven by a deep-seated vendetta against Heihachi and a mysterious agenda involving Jin, Kazuya re-entered the fray. Seizing the opportunity, Heihachi announced the fourth king of Iron Fist tournament, with the Mishima Zaibatsu itself as the prize. This grand event was a magnet for Kazuya and Jin, drawing them inexorably towards their fateful confrontation. Both advanced to the semifinals, but before Kazuya and Jin could clash, the Tekken Force intervened, capturing Jin. In the final showdown, Kazuya overpowered Heihachi. In exchange for Jin's location, Heihachi led Kazuya to Hanmaru, an ancient Mishima estate where Jin was imprisoned. There, Kazuya revealed a chilling truth. He and the devil had reached a sinister symbiosis, and he sought Jin to reclaim a fragment of power lost during his conception. The ensuing battle between father and son was fierce. Despite his weakened state, Jin triumphed over Kazuya. Heihachi, seizing the moment, attacked Jin, but was also defeated. As Jin stood victorious, the devil gene threatened to consume him, but a vision of his mother, Jun, halted his transformation. With a heavy heart, Jin took flight, leaving behind the battered forms of his father and grandfather, a poignant symbol of the Mishima family's fractured legacy. Tekken 5, Devil Gene Cure Found? Is this the end? In the aftermath of Tekken 4, as Heihachi and Kazuya Mishima reel from their defeat at the hands of Jin, their moment of vulnerability is shattered by an unexpected assault. The Hanmaru, their stronghold, is besieged by a legion of Jack 4 robots, dispatched by the rival G Corporation. In a rare moment of unity, father and son join forces to combat this mechanical onslaught. Yet, in the heat of battle, Kazuya's true intentions surface. He betrays Heihachi, leaving him to face the robotic army alone. As Kazuya escapes, Heihachi is overwhelmed, and the self-destruction of the Jack 4s engulfs Hanmaru in a massive explosion. The world believes Heihachi Mishima to be dead. This cataclysmic event, however, has an unforeseen consequence. The explosion frees Jinpachi Mishima, Heihachi's father, long imprisoned beneath Hanmaru. Jinpachi, who had succumbed to starvation, is now revived by a malevolent spirit. This spirit seeks destruction, but Jinpachi, a man of kindness and justice, fights to retain his humanity. In a desperate bid to end his cursed existence, Jinpachi, now secretly at the helm of the Mishima Zaibatsu, announces the 5th Iron Fist tournament. His hope is that a worthy fighter will emerge to defeat him and the evil spirit within before it fully consumes him. Jin Kazama, driven by a quest to rid himself of the devil gene, enters the tournament. His journey leads him to the final showdown with his great-grandfather. In a fierce battle, Jin triumphs over Jinpachi, saving the world from the brink of destruction. However, he learns a bitter truth. The spirit possessing Jinpachi has no link to his own cursed lineage. Meanwhile, outside the tournament's fierce battles, Kazuya, feeling betrayed by G Corporation, storms their headquarters, seizing control of the company, and in a twist of fate, it is revealed that Heihachi survived the Honmaru explosion. Recovering in secret, he retreats into seclusion, plotting his return to power. Thus the saga continues, with Jin Kazama ascending as the new head of the Mishima Zaibatsu, and the Mishima family's legacy of conflict and power struggles enduring, setting the stage for the next chapter in the Tekken series. Tekken 6, Absolute Power, corrupts absolutely. Months after the events of Tekken 5, the world reels in shock at Jin Kazama's drastic transformation. Once a hero, Jin, now at the helm of the Mishima Zaibatsu, mirrors the dark path once walked by his father, Kazuya. Declaring war on the world, Jin plunges nations into turmoil, his actions casting a shadow over the globe. Meanwhile, Kazuya, leading G Corporation, positions himself as the world's savior. Using the chaos to his advantage, he seeks to recover fragments of his lost devil powers, all while masking his sinister intentions behind a facade of heroism. Amidst this global crisis, a new protagonist emerges, Lars Alexandersson. A commander of the Tekken force with Swedish-Japanese roots, Lars finds himself at odds with the Zaibatsu's ruthless agenda. Disillusioned, he leads a rebellion against Jin, rallying troops loyal to his cause. During a mission, Lars encounters Alisa Boskonovich, a mysterious girl, and in the midst of a Zaibatsu attack, they are separated from his unit. Lars, now stricken with amnesia, and Alisa embark on a worldwide quest for answers. As they journey, Lars's memories gradually resurface, revealing a shocking truth. He is the illegitimate son of Heihachi Mishima. Confronting Heihachi in his secret headquarters, Lars emerges victorious, but chooses mercy over vengeance. Heihachi, in a moment of candor, admits to fathering Lars solely to prove that Kazuya's demonic powers did not come from him. Lars's quest against Jin takes another turn when he discovers Alisa is an android, created by the Mishima Zaibatsu, with orders to eliminate him if necessary.
Alisa, 限定モード解除。システムを再起動しろ。アリサ、どうした？
正門および生体データを照合。風間陣からの指示を確認。システム再起動します。
After a fierce battle, Lars deactivates Alisa, entrusting her to his adopted half-brother, Lee. Joined by the enigmatic ninja Raven, Lars continues his pursuit of Jin. The narrative then shifts to Jin's quest in Egypt, where he seeks to awaken Azazel, a mythical entity tied to the devil gene. Jin's war, it is revealed, was a gambit to stir this ancient being, hoping its defeat would free him from his cursed lineage. Lars and Raven confront Azazel but fail to defeat it. In a dramatic climax, Jin sacrifices himself to destroy Azazel, narrowly surviving the encounter but failing to rid himself of the devil gene. Thus, the saga weaves a complex tapestry of betrayal, power, and redemption, with Lars Alexandersson emerging as a new beacon of hope in a world overshadowed by the dark legacy of the Mishima family.
貴様のせいで母さんは
Tekken 7, Age-Old Story. Of a son hating his father continues in the wake of Tekken 6. A journalist haunted by the loss of his family in Jin's war narrates the unfolding saga. The scene shifts to the Mishima Zaibatsu headquarters, where where Heihachi, ever the iron-willed patriarch, reclaims control with an iron fist. Heihachi's obsession to obliterate Jin and Kazuya intensifies. Cunningly, he plots to unveil Kazuya's demonic form, aiming to turn the world against him and G Corporation. Meanwhile, a mysterious figure, Akuma, emerges with a vow to annihilate Heihachi and Kazuya, a debt owed to Kazumi Mishima. In the desolate desert, Lars finds Jin, barely alive, and entrusts him to Li Chaolin's care. Li, with his technological prowess, restores Elisa's memories, reuniting her with Lars. Jin, comatose, lies in recovery, his fate hanging in the balance. The journalist, driven by vengeance, confronts Jin but is dissuaded by Lars from committing murder. Akuma, the harbinger of doom, confronts Heihachi, leaving him for dead. He then sets his sights on Kazuya at G Corporation. Heihachi, surviving the assault, cunningly fakes his death, orchestrating a plan to expose Kazuya's true nature. He broadcasts the epic showdown between Kazuya and Akuma, culminating in the destruction of G Corporation's headquarters by a space weapon. Kazuya, unscathed, retaliates fiercely, directing the weapon to obliterate a city. The reputations of both Mishima Zaibatsu and G Corporation are irreparably tarnished. Heihachi, resolute in ending the Mishima curse, meets the journalist. He unveils the dark legacy of the Mishima clan and the Devil Gene, instructing the journalist to reveal it to the world. The final confrontation is set in the fiery depths of a volcano. Heihachi, reminiscing about his late wife, faces Kazuya in a battle of fates. Despite his valiant effort, Heihachi meets his end, thrown into the lava by Kazuya. As the dust settles, Akuma re-emerges, resuming his fierce battle with Kazuya, their fate unknown. Jin, now recovered, is briefed by Lars, Li, and Elisa on the recent events. Determined, he vows to end Kazuya's reign of chaos once and for all, setting the stage for the next chapter in this relentless saga of power, betrayal, and redemption.
Jin.
Tekken 8, the final showdown. This game is yet to release, but we do have some information about the story and how it is going to unfold for the players. In Tekken 8, the enduring and tragic tale of the Mishima family saga continues to unfold, marked by the deep-seated grudge between father and son. The latest chapter of this epic narrative opens with a monumental confrontation. Jin Kazama stands against his father, Kazuya Mishima, in a battle that threatens to tear the very fabric of the city apart. Following his victory over Heihachi Mishima, Kazuya's thirst for power remains unquenched. He now wields the formidable might of G Corporation, embarking on a ruthless campaign for global domination. The world watches in apprehension as Kazuya's ambitions bring nations to the brink of chaos. Amidst this turmoil, Jin Kazama, the scion of the Mishima bloodline, is compelled to confront his destiny. In a twist of fate, he is reunited with his mother, Jun Kazama, who has been absent from the Tekken universe for over a quarter of a century. Her return adds a new layer of complexity to the already intricate Mishima family dynamics. Jin, with the guidance and strength of his mother, embarks on a perilous journey to halt his father's reign of terror. The stakes are higher than ever, as Jin not only battles for the fate of the world, but also grapples with the personal demons and family conflicts that have haunted him since his earliest days. Tekken 8 promises to be a game-changer, not just in terms of its high-octane action and stunning visuals, but also in its narrative depth. With Jun Kazama's return as a playable character, the saga takes an intriguing turn, offering players new perspectives and strategies in the ever-evolving world of Tekken. The Mishima family's story, steeped in betrayal, power struggles, and redemption, continues to captivate players, setting the stage for yet another exhilarating chapter in the Tekken series. This could be the last game of the Tekken series before it reboots. This is where we're going to part ways with our viewers today. If this video does good, we will be releasing more content around Tekken. This is the end of today's video, friends. If you liked what we showed in this video, don't hesitate to like and subscribe. See you next time.
全てを終わらせる